What is up, YouTube? Oh, actually, not doing this. Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy, 9 to 5 Takes. About to do a reaction, preseason, so we can't take it too seriously, but at the same time, we got Ben Johnson calling the plays. A lot of people have been talking ish about my boy Caleb for some reason. Don't know why, but you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So, you know, I've seen this game, but we're going to break it down, let everybody really know why we are so excited as Bears fans. Because, genuinely speaking, as of 2018 onward, this is the best in recent years the team has looked from an operations standpoint. And so, um, we even signed Gerald Everett, a more athletic yak. Or not more athletic. Yeah, he was supposed to be more athletic than Cole Kmet. A more athletic yak version, catchable receiver tight end, and then he sucked. He, regressed so much. I thought this dude was alignment. But, yeah, shout out Gerald Everett. He couldn't do that for some reason. He couldn't be good enough for Matt Eberflus and while we're here. So, second tab. They seriously give me, or not away teams, out of conference teams, out of division teams. They seriously give me fret. But everybody else on the schedule, I think it's chickens. I think it's either chickens or we equally foot them in terms of offensive scheme, defensive scheme. I'll have to see in terms of talent because I don't watch all these other teams, but I genuinely think we have one of the most talented rosters in football. I've been saying it for the past 3 years. People even knew we were going to have this type of talented roster, just because of the trade and, stuff like that. So, yeah, it just makes sense. But without further ado, man, let's get into it. Predicting the schedule for your 2025 Chicago Bears, my 2025 Chicago Bears. These boys are about to go crazy this year. Caleb about to have 4,500 yards. You can put this down too on your parlay. 4,500 yards, 32 plus touchdowns. You heard it here from me first. And if it's right, y'all got to come back to this video, like it, share it, comment, all that. Whatever else, I don't know what YouTube may have by then, if this video even blows. Anyway, let's get into it. So, week 1 got us going against the Vikings. I'm going to just be honest, bro. I have faith in Kevin O'Connell. I do not have faith in J. McCarthy. Not first week against Chicago. Away, we're having a resurgence of a season in a way because, Ben Johnson's here. And add, salt to the wound, Ben Johnson doesn't lose to the Vikings. Literally the past, how many seasons? 2 seasons? 3 seasons with the Lions? He has not lost to them. He is a tactician against, what's his name? Brian out? No, his name Brian Smith? I forgot they defensive coordinator, but literally he can't fuck with him. Nobody on that team can fuck with Ben Johnson. So I got full confidence we'll get the dub on that one. Now week 2, this is gonna be really, really tricky for a number of reasons. But I genuinely think the Lions will regress. But in terms of how they regress, it won't be anything from a scheme or a scheme standpoint. I think they'll regress naturally from a leadership standpoint, not knowing who the voice of the locker room is at all times. Because it can't just be, what's his name? The Dan Campbell show, or Brian Campbell show the entire time. That's just, no. You need you need an army out there, is what I'm saying. So, I think just because we'll be playing away, and it is week 2, we can still have some growing pains pretty early. I think our run game will probably still be tested this game, because Aiden Hutchinson will be back. A lot of the injured players last year from the Lions will be back, so you gotta take that into account. So I'll say they'll be juiced up probably week 2 as well. You're playing against Ben Johnson at home. He left you right after you just fucking lost, and your supposed Super Bowl window's closed. I think they'll be pretty pissed off. I really do. But I'm going to still look at it like this. Ben Johnson knows that team. Does he know if he can dismantle that team? Probably. But I have to think that the Lions will have some type of answer for us early on. So I'll give it to them. I'll give it to them on that one. Just because it's week 2. If we played them like week 7 or 8, I'd say yes, without a doubt. Because they would probably be banged up by that point, and we would definitely be in our full swing of the season. Okay. Week 3 against the Cowboys. Not going to lie to you. The Cowboys are some shit. It does not matter. Okay, let me take that out. I'll bleep that. The Cowboys don't suck. I just think there's too much dysfunction on one team in particular to like have a fair chance against us this early on in our season. Like, think about it. Micah still hasn't been paid. Still talking about he wants to be traded. Jerry Jones is Jerry Jones. You know. What else? Brian Stoudemire isn't the guy. I don't know where they hired that dude from. Never even heard of him. I think they were just coping that they couldn't get anybody better than him. But, you know, sucks to be them, I guess. They hired Matt Eberflus. They hired Matt. Anyway, week 4. Up against the Raiders. Genuinely think the Raiders will be a good defensive team. But that offense, I don't think that offense is gonna have life against us, bro. I really don't. From a scheme standpoint, we're gonna take away the easy pass, forcing Geno to throw one time, and just from what I've seen already, you know what I'm saying? It's Geno Smith. All respect to Geno Smith. For real. This my mama team too. But we win in that joint. Alright. Now this next game coming up, very touchy for me. Insert photo here. Yeah. I was there last year. I saw a team not prepared. I saw a very immature team. We were very immature last year. Like, we thought we were the fucking shit at 4-2 after losing to Anthony Richardson in the Colts. That should have told me more than I needed. Like, I should have pumped my brakes right there. We just lost to Anthony Richardson in the Colts. But I didn't. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to look at this game in all avenues, you know, because last year I think was a fluke. I think we won that game. And I know you Commanders fans feel the same way. Now, you could talk about that BS all you want, but y'all were in complete and utter despair. And I saw it live almost 2 times in a row. I was there at the other Chicago game. Yeah, when we blew y'all out 40-20. Yeah. So this is personal for me. Real personal. But let me break it down to you why. Real talk. I like the Commanders, man. Real talk, I like the Commanders, man. I really do. I just don't typically believe in like really good sophomore seasons, especially after spectacular rookie seasons, because they just don't really happen. I mean, like, point case proven, CJ Stroud, number standpoint, still had a really, really good season last year, you know? It wasn't like he was terrible. Definitely wasn't. CJ Stroud was really good. But he regressed. People thought he would be like top 5 MVP voting, and he was there, you know, for a minute, but injuries happened to his team, and then he's just like, he got stuck. So, I think with the Terry McLaurin holdout, don't know what the Commanders are going to do about that. Also, it was already starting to show last year, and I know Commanders fans feel this way too, like, Cliff Kingsbury's scheme is good to a point. Like, y'all feel that, right? Like, we kind of seen that in Arizona when he was there. Like, him and Kyler had a decent 2020, or yeah, it was 2019 or 2020. One of those seasons had a decent campaign there, and then he regressed. And everybody was like, why does Kyler not look as good? But he got hurt, so it really wasn't on him. But, also digress on that. And then you see it kind of replay in the form of Jaden Daniels, you know. It's going crazy early on, you know, quick reads, first reads, boom, getting it out. And then throughout the year, people are like, oh, yeah, it's just a first read offense. You could stop it. And they couldn't. They couldn't stop it last year. But my point I'm trying to make this year is that they have tape. And now that they have tape on, bro, they're going to try to take away those first reads from you. So unless your offense evolves, you know what I'm saying, he'll be running around for his life some more. But I genuinely think Jaden Daniels is going to finish top 5 in MVP voting. Commanders fans, y'all got it, man. For that one, you know, I think he is a talent. Like, he's really good. Don't get it twisted. I saw him play live. I've never seen Lamar Jackson play live, and I'm pretty sure Lamar Jackson is faster than him. But for some skinny dude like me, I was pretty impressed by how fast Jaden Daniels was moving. So, you know. But they still gonna lose week 6. And I will be back in attendance. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Okay. Let me hurry up before I make a fucking 30-minute video talking about bullshit. Okay. Week 7. Us against the Saints. Do I even need to explain that, bro? Like, genuinely speaking, the Saints are horrible. For a number of reasons, organizational-wise. And I could say that coming from a bad organization. You had ample opportunity to get any better passer in the draft, and you chose to get the injury-prone 26-year-old who can't read defenses. Still, y'all are going to lose a lot this season. I'm sorry, Saints fans. Somebody has to tell you, you're going to lose a lot. It's okay. It's okay. A top 3 pick is on the way. Okay. Week 8, us against Baltimore. At this point in the season, we'd be 5-1. Okay, and I'm not going to lie. That sounds mad good and all. But if I'm being ultra super realistic, we probably lose this game. And the only reason why I say that is because Lamar Jackson. There's really no other reason but that. He will be the difference maker in that game. If we could somehow slow him down, that'd be great. And then, you know, it's pretty one-dimensional just stopping Derrick Henry, you know, if they don't give him 20 touches. Because, you know, the rule, if he gets 20 touches, they just win the game. So, if we could just, I don't know, man. We just do that, I'll be confident. As far as, like, our offense up against their defense, like, this will be, I'm not going to say our first real test. Oh, got pause. My bad. Sorry about that, y'all. Had to take a little breather. Anyway, back to it. Yeah, man. Lamar Jackson didn't got that. It's okay. You know, we'll bounce back. Week 9, I like our odds a little better because the Bengals don't have a defense. Now, I'm more than positive we can slow down their offense because I'm not that confident in their run game this year. I know they got a, what's his name, like Brown something, right? But yeah, I don't know. And plus, I think this would be our second challenge of the year, I would say, because, you know, the Bengals are still the Bengals. And I just don't see us coming up short 2 weeks back-to-back. Like, Ben Johnson will definitely be accounting for, like, the lack of defense that the Bengals have compared to the Ravens. So, he's going to eviscerate that defense. I got us winning that. Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase are probably still going to go off, but, you know, it don't matter. Week 10, if it's Russ starting, it's still us winning. If it's Jackson Dart, I still like our odds. I think it'll be a bit of a tougher challenge, though, if Jackson Dart is back there, just because he's a bit more mobile now than Russ, of course. And, he could be essentially, like, in his own element at that time in the season. Like, if he's having a good rookie campaign or he gets a starting job early, I could see him, like, just full on taking it and just saying, all right, I'm the guy. I'm going to win this season, by the hearts of many in just, like, one fucking span. So, shout out Jackson Dart, I guess. They still should have took Shador. But Bears winning that one, too. Now, second half of the season, not going to lie. The second half is a lot more difficult than the first. Now, how we come out of it solely depends on two things, and that's injuries, of course, and identity. Like, at this point in the season, our identity should be set, I say, between weeks 6 to 9. As a team, like, you should be fully aware of, like, who the guys are going to be the next few months, who to trust, what it is you guys work well at, because you'll have a full month of football to adjust to. So by week 6 to 9, we should have an identity. And if we're the Bears that I think we are, which would be like immediately exploiting any weakness you have on defense, because we just have a surplus of offensive weapons to do so, then I think we're chopping people up. As far as our defense was really, there were more ears up last year instead of ears pinned back. What I'm trying to say is, like, we're basically just sitting more in coverage and playing less man. And we have excellent man coverage corners, so it didn't make sense to me why we were doing that, especially when we got somebody like Kyler Gordon, who basically is a CB2, just playing nickel just for the fun of it. Like, you could do some crazy looks with that. We already have. Like, we've seen it play off, or play out. So, I think we'll be a pretty strong-minded team all year round, just because, Ben Johnson runs a tight ship. I also think offensively we won't have as many errors week by week. So it's going to put us in a lot better positions to win football games, obviously. Like, we're already seeing that play off in the preseason. But I definitely think our operation is going to carry us. Now, week 11, by this time, I'm going to assume JJ is still starting, of course. Going to assume both teams are mentally healthy. This game is at Minnesota. I still like our odds. I think this is a primetime game. I know the week 1 is. I'm not sure about week 11. Have to come back to that, but I think we sweep the Vikings this year. Actually, yeah, I think we sweep the Vikings this year. Purely because of Ben Johnson. Not even gonna lie. And this is super realistic, guys. Like, I'm not even trying to hold you. Like, if we lose games, we lose games, but I genuinely think we sweep the Vikings. Pittsburgh, week 12. We're home. This is Aaron Rodgers' last game playing against the Bears. I'm not even about to entertain this. We're winning that, bro. You put that relic out there against us, please. It is literally, we have been dying to see him again, please. But that'd be fun to watch. Oh, week 13. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Week 13. Y'all know we lose. But it's okay. It's okay. We lose this game because Saquon is Saquon. I'm expecting the Eagles to pretty much retain dominance all throughout next season. So this game will be a huge test to see where we stack up. Because, 1, this is the fucking previous Super Bowl champions. And 2, they'll more than likely be in the running for another Super Bowl this year. So we'll know how well we stack up. And if we do see them in the playoffs, hey, who knows? Like I said, I think we'll be anywhere between a 1st through 6th seed. I don't think we get lower than that. Because, like, our win total would just be too high. Week 14 at the Packers. I'm not even saying why. I think the Packers fan base and organization already knows. But, Jordan Love sucks. And they paid him entirely too much money just to suck. And he's always hurt. But, hey, he's a cool dude. You know what I'm saying? Not praying on his downfall, no injury, nothing like that. But week 14, you gotta lose, bro. You gotta lose. We already sparked the rivalry again. You know what I'm saying? Could tell you weren't expecting it. It's all right. It's okay. Packers fans. The Bears are gonna be back on top. Probably for the next 10 to 20. I would say 10 to 20. If we can keep, 10 to 20. Yeah. At least. I'm lying. But that's if Caleb stays here his whole career too. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. Okay. Week 15. Browns coming to town. I don't care who they have starting at quarterback. I think our defense is going to destroy them. Specifically if they're trying to push this Dylan Gabriel narrative. If he is starting week 15, we win that game by 40. If Shadur Sanders is playing, win that game by 20. And if Joe Flacco is playing, it's a football game. But we still win. We still win. I just won't call the score. Because, old Joe, he got us before. 2 years ago. I ain't forgot. Freaking bullshit, bro. We're trying to make a run again in the playoffs, and we lose to them on a goddamn drop. Hail Mary catch. Whatever, man. Stupid. But yeah, I got us winning that one too. So at this point in the season, I know y'all see it. We're 11-3. Big whoop. It's not really too many games I think we lose. I think we sweep the Packers this year. I truly do. And this will be at home. If we're really 11-3 at this point in time of the season, I think all momentum will be full swing in our favor. Like, you can't stop this football team type of momentum. Like, these guys are going to make a run, and whoever gets in their way is fucking cooked type momentum. You know what I mean? And I don't think Green Bay has the offensive firepower. They got Josh Jacobs. And I think we're already tremendously better defending the run game now than we were last year. They still don't have a true wide receiver one. We got to see if Matthew Golden's going to be the guy. And depending on how Week 14 goes, like, do you really think he's got to make a jump in between 2 weeks? 2 weeks to do it to us at home? Come on, man. Whew. I know. This looks hella unrealistic. I get it. I understand. And for that reason, I will say this. I think the last 2 games, the Bears lose, but only because we're resting our starters. And we're resting our starters and depending on the playoff picture, because I don't think Minnesota will be in it. Actually, no. I do think Minnesota will be in the playoff picture. I don't think Green Bay will be in the playoff picture. I'm going to flip this around, guys. Don't get mad, please. I still have us losing to San Fran. But Week 18 at home, Ben Johnson's former team. We're winning that game, guys. And there you have it, man. I genuinely think we will go on a tear this season. Come back and, comment on this video if you think I'm wrong. Shit, I don't care. I really don't. But hey, it'd be cool. Get some interaction going. Put your team down in the comments. Let me know who you rock with this season, I'm going to try to get some more schedule predictions going for this channel and stuff like that. So, hey, man, you know what I mean? Appreciate y'all boys for rocking with me in this first edition of 9 to 5 Takes, schedule edition.
I'm gonna holler at y'all.
Peace.